And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the sound of my childhood. Hello and welcome to Night and Games. Today, we are going to be looking at a game that is immensely nostalgic for me. Robin Hood, Conquests of the Longbow. This is a game that I used to play when I was a kid with my dad. We used to pull up the computer and play this game together. So this is a game that means a lot to me that I really love. So we're going to play it today. It was made in 1992 by a woman named Christy Marks. Remarkable game. Fantastic story, characters. Even for the time, the sound effects were great and the music was great. It's free right now. You can actually get it for free online. It's basically been abandoned. I'll probably post a link maybe on the screen right now where you can find it. It does require a DOS emulator to play. This was back in the day of DOS, so you have to kind of know how to get that loaded up. But once you do, you can play it. It's easy. It's great. Some of the sounds don't quite match up the way they used to, but most of them are pretty damn good. Just the sound files aren't the same as they were back then, but, it actually works quite well. I am recording this off of a DOS emulator, though. DosBox, by the way, is the one I use in case you want to try it out. So recording off that can sometimes be a little wonky, so hopefully this works. But anyways, let's get started. Do you truly wish to start from the beginning again? I start from scratch. So this game does follow along the story of Robin Hood from the legends. There's a an introduction we can do, but it's basically, I think it's Alan Adale singing a song about Robin Hood, and it's if you know Robin Hood, you know the fucking backstory. Basically, steal from the rich, give to the poor. King Richard is captured during the Crusades and is being held ransom. As we can see here at the top of the screen, right here, ransom 300. This is the Robin Hood is trying to gather money to rescue him. It's sort of the basic plot of this. Evil Prince John is taken over and he's being an asshole in Nottingham. That's the plot, if you didn't know it already. So, this is us. This is the game. And actually, one thing I always do, just for the sake of brevity, is we're going to turn up the walking speed a little bit. So that's a little quicker. And this is your basic point-and-click adventure from back in the day, from 1992. So we can look at myself. Here I am. Why did I go Spanish? It's fucking Robin Hood. That was weird. We can look at all the things in here. Just kind of tucked to see that my fire is kept lit and my cave warm. We can grab stuff like myself. I feel much the same as I did yesterday. The fire, I cannot think of a good reason to burn myself. But you can talk to people, you can shoot stuff with your bow, but first things we're going to do is grab some money out of this little chest here. I'll count my money as I empty the chest. There's something about silver in a purse that makes a day seem brighter. Indeed. So there's that. We'll go over here. This is his horn. He has a horn for calling his men when he's in the woods. And we can sound it in here if we want. See, we can have a look at it. With this horn, I can summon my men in times of need. And this is, I have 5 pennies, 19 halfpennies, and 26 farthings. So we can select this and use it. Zounds! I'll think twice before winding this horn in a cave again. Indeed. And he's got a bed. I've made a bed of lashed wood and leather with fur coverings for cold nights. Anyways, let's get out here and get this game started. Leave our cave and enter into our camp in the glorious Sherwood Forest. Morning. We've all broken our fast, but mayhap Tuck will share some of his fish with you. From the gaunt and starving look of our good friar, I feel you'll be left begging. I'll remember that jibe when it comes time to dole out the stew tonight. Mercy on me, Tuck, or I'll be too weak to play your favorite tunes. You know the old Norman saying, Alan, never make an enemy of the cook. I can see there's no point hanging about here and listening to these two prattle. I'll be in the glade practicing. So that was Will Scarlet. What of you, Little John? I thought I'd head to the Overlook and see if anyone of interest comes along Watling Street. Tuck says our treasury could use a boosting. Is that true? Sorry to say it is, Robin. We're down to but a few hundred marks. Well, I'm off then. Join me there if you have a mind to. So yeah, Little John, Will Scarlet went off this way. This is Tuck, and we have Alan Adale here. We can have a talk to him. We must hope for a rich abbot or greedy baron to come along and replenish our treasury. Then you'd better spend some time on the Overlook, watching the road for you know John will tire of it soon enough. There's a lot of reading in this, so I hope you don't mind. Talk to Alan. Pardon me, I'm just working on this song in honor of Tuck's fine cooking, and I need to concentrate. So, there's lots of things we can do. We've got a whole map here we can go and check out. But before we do that, I'm actually just going to stick in our camp. So there's Sherwood, and there's the little castle down here, grove, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm just going to walk back in, apparently. You've wasted no time devouring that fish, I see. I find that a full belly greatly improves the magnitude of my prayers and gives me one more thing to give thanks for. Sure thing, Tuck. So, most areas have a little point on that map that you can fast travel to, but there is one that doesn't, which is the Glade, which is where Will Scarlet said he was going to go. So we will have to go there the long way if I can get out of here. And there is a full Sherwood Forest. Each one has its own little screen that you can walk through, and sometimes at certain points in the game there'll be little events that go on there. But I remember from many, many years of playing this game that the Glade is just up here, where we can practice our archery. Hello, Master Hood. A glorious day for the bow. I've set the garlands for practice. Come and join us. This new lad here is Simon, and he is yet to see a sample of your skills. Simon, eh? Tell me what brings you to the forest, young Simon. I shot a rabbit and took it to my family for supper. I was going to make a pouch from the skin, but a forester saw it drying and saw the mark of the arrow in it. He wanted a bribe to pretend he hadn't noticed, but I was so angry I knocked him down. I was declared an outlaw the very same day, and my father bade me come to you and serve you. It was your father's idea. Nay, it was mine. I would have come at once, but I was afraid for my family. I wouldn't leave until my father ordered me to go. Will, are we? Aye, a couple of men are keeping an eye upon the lad's parents. Good! Then I make you welcome, Simon. If you can spear a rabbit with an arrow, you'll be a useful man indeed. I'll try, sir. Truly I will. And there's actually a score. There's a number of outlaws up here, which is how many outlaws we have, which can fluctuate depending on how you play the game. You might lose some, you might gain some. And there's also a score, which you get for doing good Robin Hoodie things. Like, for example, giving some money to this poor lad. We'll give him a halfpenny. But I don't deserve. Come, lad, you're a member of the band now. Our band. Take the money. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And a lot of people like will refuse. Be generous to those in greater need than me. But what we can do here is practice our archery. Patew! This is one of the many little sort of mini games that exist in this game, which are so fun. We've got target practice. Let's see if we can get it. Patew! A masterful shot, Robin. Thank you. So we can shoot at all these, and this over here is a little flag that indicates the direction of the wind. So right now there's not really any wind at all. So I can probably just... Oh god, that was awful. What a terrible shot! Need to aim a lot higher than that. and hope that the wind doesn't catch it. Stay the wind, keep the wind down. No need to shoot at that. Load up another arrow. Maybe not quite so high this time and hope that the wind stays down. Oh, wind just picked up. That's still not bad. So I will just leave. That's enough of that. I'll collect what I fired before I leave. And so now that we're here, that's pretty much all we can do in this glade. This, obviously, if you know the story of Robin Hood, you know that there's a tournament at some point in the future in which there will be some more shooting, and that's basically the only times you really use that particular minigame, but it's still kind of fun. This is the widow's cottage. We can go here and visit her and her sons, whose names are Hal, Hob, and Dickon, I believe. Ah, it's the good widow and her 3 fine sons, Hal, Hob, and Dickon. Mother, it's Robin Hood. Good day to you. 'Tis good to see you again. If that Tux sent you to bother about the wool. Nay, he said nothing about it. Good. I told him I would have it soon enough. We're going to town today, master, if there's anything you need. I think not today, lads, but be careful. If the sheriff ever suspects you of helping the outlaws of Sherwood. Oh, he'll never catch us. We'll listen around and hear all kinds of things. Dickon! You heed the man. He's wiser than you. Aw, Mom. Don't worry. We'll keep the whelp under control. Fear not, Dickon. If ever I need a spy, I'll think of you. And we can look at them and get a little information. She's a handsome woman for her years, with wise and understanding eyes and a keen wit. Hal is her eldest. Hob is the middle son. And Dickon is her youngest. We can talk to Hal. We'll be in town often, so if you think of anything you need doing, you just let us know. I'm not afraid of no sheriff's men. If they grab me, I'll... Dickon! Aw, Mom. We can even talk to the sheep. It's about time someone asked my opinion around here. First off, this business with the wool. I mean, just as I've grown it all back, whoosh! It gets shaved off again. Not the least consideration for how I feel. But it gets worse. If I make the tiniest protest, that big brute Hal threatens to make mutton stew out of me. Fair frightens me out of my wits, he does. Interesting. I love the art style. The roof is thatched. Cottage has a very small door. The widow has a simple stone cottage. See, there's the difference between people trying to do retro graphics and actual retro graphics. Is that the old pixel art, they tried to make everything look as good as they possibly could, as opposed to just making it look old. So, the other area that there is no way to get to is the Overlook. So we're going to go to the Overlook now. If I can get out of this camp. Should be to the left. If I remember correctly, if we just keep going left, we will hit the Overlook. So it should just be over here. And Little John should be there waiting for us. Hopefully. And we can take over the job of watching over the nearby road for people to rob or ne'er-do-wells doing ne'er-well, as they tend to do. This is the last screen. It should be right over here, as I recall. Almost there. Just on the other side of the screen. There we go. So this is Watling Street, as I recall. And here comes Little John. Glad you decided to come. I saw a sheriff's man head up the road a while back. You may want to stay and watch for the fellow's return, in case he's up to mischief. Thanks for the warning, John. Until later, then. So now, basically, we're just going to wait. We're going to sit here and watch Watling Street. Have a look. There's no one on Watling Street now. So we're just going to sit here and wait and see if anybody comes by. He did mention a guard. Oh, what do we got? The peasant woman looks frightened. She's being pursued by one of the sheriff's men. Oh, He's about to catch her. Let's go. Come, Robin. We must save this poor woman before she's dragged off by this man. Hello? Is anybody there? Yep. Oh, here we go. Stand fast. All right. Whose side, I say, in the name of Sheriff of Nottingham? Nay, please, I've done nothing wrong. Don't let him take me, please. Release the woman. She's my prisoner. Step aside, I say. Ooh, I don't want to get too close to him. There's lots of stuff we can do. Let's talk to him. Let the woman go. What's it to you? She's only a peasant, whom I've sworn to protect from scoundrels such as you. I've arrested her, and she's coming with me. For what crime? Didn't pay her taxes. You've collected them thrice in 1 week. I just collect, I don't keep track. But don't worry, wench, I'll take payment in other than coin. Lusting swine, let her go. I arrest you for hindering the sheriff's justice. Surrender yourself. So she didn't pay her taxes. We could try and pay him off. Here, I've silver to offer if you let her go. You think I'm a fool? I wouldn't live long enough to count it. I give my word you may pass unharmed with the money if you set her free. Take the word of an outlaw. Tell you what, leave the money on the ground and go away. I'll pick it up, then let her go. Don't believe him. First set her free. Not until I have the money and you're well and gone from here. I'll not make such a devil's bargain. Then to the devil with you. What else can we do? We can call our men. See if that scares them off. And if you do things wrong in this game, bad stuff will happen and you can die. So just so you know. What's the meaning of this? You'll see the meaning of it soon enough. I love his angry face. Here we are. All of the merry men, not so merry. What snake have you caught on Watling Street, master? A snake that crawls so low as to threaten a woman. Not as low as you, coward. You couldn't face me alone, so you've called for help. I need no help to deal with you. Make them leave, or I might cut this wench's throat right now. Leave us, lest he do some harm to the woman. What a bastard. All the more reason to end this quickly. But you! Ha! Take that, you sack of shit. Oh, bless you, sir. To whom do I owe my salvation? You've surely heard the name of Robin Hood? Robin Hood. Then it's true what they say of you. I shall be forever grateful. Call the men back in to clean up the mess. What shall we do with this worthless carrion? I cannot. Drag him away for the wolves and ravens. Bless you and all your men. I must go now. So, as I said, time to do some Robin Hoody things. Giving money to the poor. Here you go. Have a halfpenny. I've got a bunch of them. Wait. Accept this gift. Oh, you are so kind. Oh, light candles in your name at Mass. Bless you yet again. 'Tis my pleasure. Let's see. Does my heart good to see the joy and gratitude written upon her face. Can I talk to her still? I shall be forever grateful and bless your name. Can I grab her? Worry not about helping me. I'm strong enough to go on my own. Ah, we saved her! Hooray! She hurries down Watling Street as fast as her feet can carry her. Each night after supper, as is our custom, we gather to speak of the day's events. Back at camp. For a nice evening. Fill my mug again, Tuck. As you wish, but what ails you? I've never seen you so deep in your cups. Why, 'tis the ale that ails him, but ails well that ends well, and... Stop blithering, Alan. I too wonder what troubles you, Robin. A strange melancholy came upon me tonight unbidden, as I take a drink. Perhaps an enemy has cast a spell on you. Shrive him, Tuck, quickly, in case he should die in his sleep. Fie, Will Scarlet. Can't you find a way to cheer a man rather than frighten him? Another drink. And another drink. I know full well the nature of this melancholy, for we all feel it from time to time. Another drink. 'Tis that we're outlaws, forced away from kith and kin, living as we can in the forest. Another drink. Knowing death waits in an arrow's flight, or worse yet, a rope's bite. Very poetic. A short life, but a merry one. That's the way of it. Aye, but don't you dream of living as free men, able to walk in town without fear, or to love a woman knowing you could stay beyond the morn? There was no I added. Ah, there's the nub of the matter. You need a good woman, Robin. I know this lass with huge tracts of land. Wink, wink. Alan, you said I could meet her. Then I drink to your good fortune, Much. As for me... His name is Much, by the way. He's the black-haired one right in front of Robin. I was literally pointing at the screen right there. I'm off to bed. Now, lass, which way is it? Flop. Good night, lads. I'll assist Master Hood to his bed, and see you on the morrow. Do. For shame, Robin, already deep in a drunken slumber. Well, it's not my job to play nursemaid. I've delivered you to bed, and that's the end of it. Thanks, little John. Cast adrift, floating, a song upon the wind that ruffles through leaves, calling me onward into a heart of green. A woman as graceful as the willows which surround her, swaying to the music in the wind. Again, fantastic artwork. I love this stuff. It's so great. Like, they must... I mean, I don't know, but they must have, like, recorded someone dancing. And then, like, recreate it with pixels. Or something. Because they've done such a fantastic job. Oh, here I come. Hey, lady. What's up? What you doing? Come here. Oh. She's gone. But there's something here. A glittering green stone where she stood. The willows, I hear them whisper her name. Marian. Marian. Come back, Marian. Come back to me. How my head aches! By the Blessed Lady, I swear I'll never seek to drown my melancholy in a cup again. Ugh, my poor back! I must speak to Little John about leaving me to lie on my quiver all night. But that dream, that woman, and what is this, clenched in my own hand? Do. The emerald! Now I can see its shape, half a heart. Maybe I still dream. Nay, not with this pounding in my head. I must be well and truly awake. Somehow I must find this Marian, and learn the meaning of the emerald. Aye, and see if she's as beautiful as I dreamed. Oh my. Well, let's head out, and see what we can find. Outside. In the camp. Lots of gentlemen standing around. Ah, so you live after all. Morning is nearly gone, and we'd about given you up for dead. For all the tender care you showed me last night, I might well have been. You look a bit worse for wear, but you have an odd light in your eyes. I had a dream, Tuck. Not to wonder, inspired by such mighty draughts of grog as you consumed. Let him tell it, Alan. Do your ears never tire of your wagging tongue? There was a woman with raven hair and a dress that moved like a white flame. I've never seen such a beautiful maid. Why, I've dreams like that all the time. Did I tell you the one I had about the 3 red-haired girls who... Hush, Alan, this is no jest to me. She danced in a willow grove, then she disappeared. The willows whispered the name Marian. Where she had stood, I saw an emerald. I bent to pick it up, and I awoke. That's a pretty enough dream, but what of it, Robin? It's only a dream. Then explain you this. Come check it out. I got a hunk of emerald. By my troth, a real emerald. What do you say now? I say you should have more dreams like this, and we'll all be rich. This dream has come to me for a purpose. I'll meet this maiden today, I'm sure of it. Oh, hey, Will. Robin, I'm glad you're finally up. I've just gotten an urgent message from a friend in town. There's a man who's helped us many times with information, a cobbler by the name of Lob. He sent word that he must speak to you, and he wishes you to seek him out in Nottingham. Let him come to the forest if the matter's so urgent. I know this Lob. He's a good man. If he asks you to come to him, there must be a reason, but that's not all. First, he said it concerns the fate of King Richard. What does he mean? If he has news of our king... I only know what my friend told me. And secondly, that Lob demands you bring a lady's slipper to prove your identity. A lady's slipper? What an odd request. Why, there's nothing to it, Robin. Have a few more grogs and dream one up. Little John, would you take yonder pup and dunk him in the stream for me? Surely, master. Nay, nay, I'll desist. I give my word. What do you advise, Will? That you go to this Lob as he asks. But even if Robin had a slipper, he cannot walk into Nottingham without being hanged upon the spot. Nevertheless, I must find a way. Let me think upon it. As you will, master. We all have tasks of our own, but we'll think upon it as well. Well, off you go then. Leave me to it. And I think that's probably as good a spot as any to leave it as all these fuckers fuck off. We will leave it there. That was Conquests of the Longbow, or at least a very brief part of it. It's a long game. I love it. I may do some more. We'll see. If you liked it, comment, subscribe, like it, share it, all that good stuff. And until next time, from Robin Hood and myself, good night, sweet internets.